Hey, beautiful people, what's up? And welcome back to Taking Over the Photo Pit, a music photography podcast held by me, Boston Schultz, where I interview badass music photographers. And I am so excited. It is 2021, and I'm sitting down for my first interview of the year, and I am with Kristy Rose. And I have been friends with her for a few years because we met at Cabo Del Mar, which is a festival out here in Southern California, and she is just so fun and so like bright and enjoyable and just a true honor to be around and share the pit with. And I'm so excited, so we're just gonna jump right into this. Oh my gosh, hi Kristy. How are you?
How are you, my love? I've missed you so much.
It's been a weird year, and I look forward to festivals literally every year because I'm like, oh my God, is she going to be there?
Oh my gosh, I'm really not that cool, but I feel the same way about you, sister girl. The same way, 1000%. And, you know, there's always like the same festival crowd when it comes to photographers. It's like no matter what festival niche genre it's in, like the mainstream ones, the reggae ones, it's always like, okay, I'm going to see this family this time. I'm going to see that family from my photo fam this time. And yes, you're definitely part of my like mainstream alt rock genre festival experience.
Yeah, it's so funny because the industry seems so huge, but at the same time, like, it's so small. And the amount of times that, like, yeah, you see the same people again and again at different shows, it's just so funny to me.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. And, like, you weren't there at Cabo Cayman, but everybody else from Cabo Del Mar was there. And I was like, where is Boston? This is ridiculous. We're in the Caribbean.
The idea of me going to the Caribbean for a photo shoot for a festival, like,
and you know what? Okay, everyone from Cabo was there. You were missed.
I did not go because just being super blunt, I could not afford that. Like, I'm sure that they would pay for my ticket to get in, but, like, how do you get there? Like, I just don't know what that whole experience was, so I didn't even look into it. But then I saw you guys and, like, a handful of other people post about it, and I was like, oh, yeah, I missed out. I really missed out.
You gotta get yourself a great tax guy. That's my secret. Everything's a write-off. Like, oh, thank you, tax guy. I will go to the Caribbean now.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like the best. Okay, well,
I'll give you after this. I'm gonna give you a number or two. Okay.
Perfect. I bet that we could sit here and talk for like a whole hour about nothing, but I just want to dive into kind of you giving us a background of like how you got started in music photography. And just photography, I guess, in general, because love your work. You know, we're going to include links in the podcast description and all of that fun stuff. So people go check it out because her work's great and you've done a lot of stuff. So I just want to hear kind of like how you got started, why you got started, and like photography as a whole.
Okay, I have not studied one photo class. No, absolutely none formal teaching. So I went to school for film, and when I graduated a very prestigious university called San Diego State for film, I realized that I need to start, getting clients if I wanted to be a starving artist with projects. So picked up a camera, and I quickly realized everyone wanted just photos instead of film. They didn't want to pay for videos. They don't, everybody had an iPhone. You could just shoot something on that. And so I had to quickly learn how to set my camera for photography. And to be honest, I'm still kind of figuring it out. It's gotten better. So that was around 2011, and it is 2021. So hopefully within the last decade, it's gotten a little bit better. I definitely have upgraded my equipment over 2020. Thank you, government stimulus. Nice. And I can't wait to actually use stuff because I've been shooting with like half broken lenses. But I really appreciate your kind words about my photography. If anything, film is my actual, passion. And I wouldn't say passion because I am passionate about photos, but it is like what I feel most strongly confident in. Like when I'm shooting in the pit, I'm like, oh, they probably know how to set a camera more than like better than me, and like, oh, they have much better equipment. I'll learn one day. I'll be like Boston one day.
Aw, you're the sweetest. It's so funny though, because I think that everyone that I've talked to has some sort of what do they call it? Like imposter syndrome.
Oh,
That we're like, everyone is so good. Like, this person's so good at what they're doing, and like, I hope to be that day. And it's like, no, your work is incredible. It stands on its own.
thank you. You know, I'm just trying to like adopt a style, you know. Now that I've learned how to set the camera correctly, I'm like, okay, everyone has a style. Like, should I make mine look kind of like an Instagram filter, or like, should it be all dark and drizzly? That's my next step. To, you know, stylize now that it's like in focus and you can actually see what it is in the photo.
I love that. Yeah, finding your style is definitely really hard, and that's one thing that I come back to a lot. I'm like, do my photos actually look like they were all taken from the same person, or if you put them side by side with someone else, it's like the same thing, you
Go
know?
to my Instagram, you can see the progression through the years of like, oh, I've learned how to do this, I learned how to do that. But yeah, so I got started mainly in the reggae rock scene back in 2011. I had an ex-boyfriend. I had one of those who was in a band. Oh my god! And he like toured with like Iration, Revolution, all the big guys up there, and it kind of got me like within the industry, just, you know, as a wallflower. And then I picked up a camera, started doing silly little like hole in the wall gigs where it's like, can you just put me on the list and I'll show up at whatever dive bar, and doesn't matter where it is, I'll do your photos for free. And that's how that started. And then around 2013, Top Shelf Reggae started out of the Bay Area by a guy named Brian Ewan. And he wanted a San Diego like journalist and / photographer, and I could do both, so I got recommended by a girl named Liz to do that. And then over the time, like the brand kind of dwindled. Brian kind of got overwhelmed. He's an engineer at Pandora, and he has a couple kids now, and a wife, and a house, and a cottage, and a picket white fence and all the things. And so around 3.5 years ago, almost 4, he was like, I'm gonna have my second kid, I can't do this day to day. And I'm like, well, since I'm like the only one on the staff really still that's contributing, I don't really want to quit. Do you want me to take over like day-to-day operations? And he's like, yeah, sure, I'll just take a paternity leave. And that was 4 years ago in March, and he never came back. But he's back now. He's our main engineer. He's a graphic designer, so he's helping me with new designs. We just launched a store together. We have an all new website as of last year, as after we rebranded to Top Shelf Music from Top Shelf Reggae, opening it up to all genres and all peoples and everywhere. So thank you, Brian, for helping me. But I am now the editor-in-chief. We have a big staff, and I probably shoot photography too much than I should, considering how many photojournalists are on the Top Shelf Music staff. And I should just be behind my camera or be behind my computer and just pumping stuff out on the website. But I like being in the photo pit.
Yeah. When it comes to Top Shelf, you have done so much. Like, I've kind of seen your posts throughout the years, and I follow you guys on social media, and I'm really curious about how it kind of feels from your perspective to be like a photographer to now seemingly like running the whole thing. So like, how did this happen? What is it like working with other photographers? Like, what's kind of the vibe going on?
Oh my gosh, so that's a loaded question. So as I said, I got started because Brian wanted to step down and we were the only ones on staff. So around like 6 months into the managing editor role that I was doing, I was like, oh, we're posting intermittently, and I kind of want to like beef up our momentum. Like, I want to post every single day and see if we could just pump out something daily, and I want to initiate ad space. What if I talk to like other companies and like a few people that ran record labels reached out. One was Zach Reed in New York, and he runs Rebel Sound Records. And then his partner Ian Young in San Diego has Imperial Sound. And they have a bunch of artists that needed a platform for music videos. So they're like, can we all partner together so you can grow your YouTube? Our artists can get paid for the video views, and you can premiere them on a media platform. Everybody is happy. And so we ran with that, and our YouTube is our breadwinner now. And it's the flagship. Like, literally, if you see the numbers of people looking at our YouTube versus the people looking at our website, it's astonishing month over month.
Wow.
But yeah, like, so the YouTube has exploded, and we have a couple web series now. And before all that, it was like, okay, one step at a time. How do we like monetize? How do we grow? And I just started pushing it, and I started being everywhere, and I started writing an article a day. And now there's a staff of, I believe, 39 people on the current Top Shelf Music roster. We are always taking new people. I can't like pay people yet. It's all donation based, and that's the thing. It's like, it breaks my heart that I can't pay my Top Shelf Music warriors because the brand doesn't make enough money yet. We literally just launched a store with new merchandise on our new website. I don't get paid for anything. Our YouTube maybe makes $30 a month at the most. You know, like, we're not pulling in enough for somebody's salary. So people are literally contributing to the brand and being on Top Shelf Music as a photojournalist just for the love of music, just for the love of the bands that they support and want to shoot, and the festivals that they attend. They put in long hours editing after festivals, and then they do it with like poise, and they're nice to security, and they're on time, and they don't leave before the headliner, and everybody's polite, and they make me look really good in public. And so I cannot tell you how thankful I am for everyone on the Top Shelf Music staff contributing without even getting paid. It's literally just, we need to spread the good vibes and spread the word of all these artists, from the headliners all the way up to the people opening that you usually sleep through when the gates open, you know, at a festival. Those noon people, we want to tell you about them, you know. And that's
awesome.
That's what we're about. We're all inclusive. We are Black Lives Matter. We are around the world, international artists. We just partnered with a Costa Rica label.
Wow.
So it's Latin American artists in Costa Rica. It's Long Beach Records, their division of Latin America. And they have a bunch of artists in Costa Rica and the surrounding areas and countries that no one's heard in the United States. And they primarily sing in Spanish. But you know what? We're promoting them because they just need more love. That scene is completely underground. Same with like so many bands that are exploding in New Zealand and Australia, the UK. America is the last to hear. And so I like how Top Shelf has pivoted lately to just including all genres, all countries, every single band. If you want your band to get heard, send me an email. And like, if you're not going to be featured on the website, you'll be featured on one of our web series, like Alexia's Hot List. She is my social media coordinator, Miss Alexia Johnson. She has a bi-monthly hot list where she identifies artists that you probably haven't heard, but they're rising and up and coming with new stuff, and you should hear it. And she not only does that on YouTube, but she does it on the socials. And she just launched a Top Shelf Music live updates where she just does lives. It's not even an actual episode. She just goes live on our social media, and she's like, these aren't going to be on the web series, but this is what launched this week, and let's talk about it. And you tell me what you're listening to. And so we're just... She's a warrior. I love you, Alexia, if you're listening. But yeah, like we're all doing it for the sake of the artists and the love of music, because there's absolutely no money in it. And I don't see us making money anytime soon.
Yeah, I think that's like an important thing to note too is, well, first of all, it's great that you have a team that stays super professional and like really legit even when they're not getting paid, because I know a lot of people that like kind of get angry about it, but at the same time, yeah, like there's not a lot of money to be had, like, unless you're partnering with, like, bands themselves and companies, like, yeah. And, like, I know a lot of people, like, this is a hot topic, and, like, a lot of people get kind of angry, especially, like, if they're making money, they get angry that other people are like, oh, you shouldn't say that.
No, do
But
your thing. If you're making money in this industry, more power to you. And hats off, because
exactly.
I haven't figured out how to do that yet. And I am not jealous in the least. I'm the most supportive. So
Yeah. And, like, there's just so much content out there. So to, like, make your magazine publication, whatever it is, stand out is just so difficult. But at the same time, like, I love to hear it that, like, your YouTube is thriving, that, like, you know, people are coming to the website to check out what you have to say. Yeah, it's just awesome. I love that.
yeah, like I've tried so many avenues. If you were part of this top shelf music journey on my staff, you would know all the avenues that I've gone down. Like, I'm like, okay, what if we launch like a Spotify channel? And we did. And I'm like, what if I just keep updating like playlists so like artists could get streams and they can just get streams from our playlist and we make nothing? And wouldn't that be great? And I'm like, what if we like make a podcast? And that never came through. And I'm like, what if we do like a bringing only good vibes campaign and we're trying to launch that? Like, by the way, like we're not just doing it for the love of music, we're doing it for the love of what music does to people.
For
Like
sure.
the good vibes you feel at concerts, we bring it to the streets. We have people on our team like clothing the homeless through like music outreach and like music therapy. The people on my staff are just so amazing, and they like bring good vibes from Top Shelf to the world in so many ways. That, I mean, there's a guy named Brian, we call him Pork Chop, Brian Nicholson in Florida, and he's doing like videos for artists during this quarantine in like parks or on mobile trucks of them performing on like a truck. And he just
I love it.
he brings it to the people, and it's not even part of Top Shelf. It's just how he lives his life. He's just one example of the people on my staff that like I'm just so admiring and inspired by. Like they inhabit all the core values of the brand way more than I could ever be like, you do this, please follow these guidelines. You know, they already do it. And I'm like so blessed. So yeah, sure, there's been a few bad apples over the years, and there has been incidents where you drink too much at a show, you mouth off at a security guard. It happens, you know, you're late, or you have the family emergency right before a huge show. And I'm like, okay, yeah, no, you tell me what's going on, communicate. I'm going to talk to the promoter. I'm going to talk to the band manager. I'm going to talk to the event coordinator, the festival, whoever, and I'm going to fix it for you. But you have to be honest with me, and you have to be communicating with me. And honestly, everybody just follows that one simple thing, and we get along great. And it's just, it is what it is. You can't have a perfect crew in any company, let alone when you add alcohol and music and debauchery, you know, like, and we're all spread out all over the country, and I'm in San Diego. So it's like, if something happens in Boston or Miami or wherever, Spain, you know, like I can't be there to help. I can't regulate in person. So communication's key, and my team is just fantastic and couldn't ask for more.
Yeah. And one of the things that I think that I've mentioned is just like your kindness, and that's one thing that like really like it's weird because like there's so many people in this industry that are great, but you stuck out to me because you are like so kind and so understanding. And when I'm at festivals, I am literally the angry person. I'm the one that I
have crazy anxiety all the time. Like especially day one, I am just an anxious ball of just, I wouldn't call it shame. I'm just like, am I cool, guys? Am I doing everything right? And what do I do with my hands? Like, and it's stupid because I've done it a million times, and like I just don't have the confidence that comes naturally, I guess.
That's really funny. Like, I get it, because there was one time, and this is, like, still, like, one of my vivid memories of, like, hanging out with you, is, like, I strolled up to, like, Kaboo Day 2 after, like, being up. I think I stayed the whole, last show of the night before, and it was super late, and I had to be there early, and like I was tired. I had the worst migraine, so like going to a festival when you have a migraine is like awful. But I like stroll up and I'm like angry, and I have like my earbuds in, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I have to do this all over again. I was
Yeah,
just in a
been
bad
there.
mood, and you were just like vibing so hard with it, and like you're like, hey, what's up, and like came and gave me a big hug, and I was like the
I,
opposite of you at the time,
I
and it
got
was
you,
so
fam.
funny to me.
Well, I'm glad you didn't like punch me in the face. Like, get away from me.
Like I'm not in
Tone
the
it
mood.
down, woman. No, and you know what? Even if you did, I'd be like, okay, I'll come back.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all a
Festivals are
family.
fun.
And you have to remember that, like, we're just doing such a blessed job. Like, there's
Yeah.
people that pay so much to be front row, and we're just in the pit. And even if it's like a band we've never heard of or you don't really like every performance is unique. And the fact that we're just there, just, you
Yeah.
gotta live in the moment. It's my one moment of reconciliation is when I'm in the pit. I just, everything else in life, I'm always trying to plan ahead. I'm trying to like, I'm doing this and then that and then this and then like, and in a week I'm gonna do this and in a month I'm gonna go do this. And even throughout my day, it's like, what steps do I take? But when I'm in the pit, I'm like, I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm present, and this is the closest you could possibly be. And as a music lover, is the ultimate experience. Even if you were side stage, backstage, it's not the experience of being in the pit, you know?
Yeah. I completely agree and understand. It's like people pay so much money to be front row, and then you walk in and you're in front of them.
Oh
And it's
yeah,
like,
and then they get mad. But then
and then
I
they
always
get
turn,
mad,
I always
but
turn around. I'm like, you guys, we have 3 songs, or like we have 4, like 2 songs, 7 minutes total. Like depending
I
on the
do the
artist,
same thing.
it
Same
will be
thing.
right out of your way. It's gonna be
Yeah.
okay, guys. And usually they're fine.
Yeah.
It was the
Yeah.
Van Morrison concert. So I know that people paid a pretty penny to be front row at Van Morrison, and they were upset. And Van Morrison is like a jazzy, between his hits, he's very jazzy, he's very down tempo, so I could hear everything the front row was saying. I'm like, you guys are being really mean, like, well, and I turned around a couple times. I'm like, I'm so sorry, guys, because they're older too, this is Van Morrison. So
Yeah.
I was like, I know you pay thousands of dollars. We'll get out of your way, I promise.
There was one show, you just reminded me of this. I don't know what show it was, but it was earlier in my career. And when I came up for the first 3 songs in the pit, the front row was so mean, and I could hear them too. And they were calling me a giraffe. They were calling me all these like names, but they kept going back to giraffe. And I get it. I'm 5'10", so like I'm taller than a lot of people. So like me standing in front was pissing off a lot of people. But they were just like, I paid this much money and now I got this giraffe standing in front of me. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, we all move. Like, I'll try and stay out of your way. And I think that they made me so insecure that I wound up like squatting in the pit and just shooting from that angle because I was like so embarrassed. I was like, is this what it's like? It's not normally what it's like. Normally you don't hear
and
that.
we bounce around. It's like if
good.
you get a photographer standing in front of you for a second, they're gonna be gone the next second, and then maybe somebody else comes, but we're gone in like 7 minutes tops. Like we literally have a stop time. And if we don't leave the pit, we get ejected from the whole festival.
Like, oh, for sure.
Yeah, the security's like, and you're done. You're not shooting anymore.
Some security man will come pick you up and throw you out of there.
by the media tag.
So I'm curious about, like, when you look back at your music photography and your career in the music industry, what has like stuck out to you as something that you've done that you're so proud of, that you've accomplished? Is it like a photo that you're super proud of that you have like printed on your wall, or like someone that you met? Like, what is it?
I don't even know.
It's kind of hard when you've been
Top
working
Shelf.
for like a decade
Top
too.
Shelf has
So
been blessed. We have definitely been blessed. Getting all access in the Caymans, that was insane. You know, it was also my 30th birthday, so I'm like partying with the chain smokers at 3 a.m, you know, on my 30th birthday in the Grand Caymans. So that was it was just it was surreal. That was
that's
insane.
awesome.
You know, like I'm just sitting at the backstage bar and like Blondie walks by and I'm like, this is just surreal. You know, but other than that, I collect vinyl, actually, like signed vinyl. And I started doing this like halfway through the Top Shelf lifetime timeline. That's what I'm looking for. The Top Shelf timeline since its inception. It dawned on me. I'm like, why aren't I getting things signed? So I'm looking around my room right now, and I have all my vinyls on the wall, and they're my treasures. Like literally, like Gollum from Lord of the Rings. They're my precious. So I'm looking at a Steel Pulse one. I'm looking at a Revolution one, Dirty Heads, like Pepper. But I also have like Broken Social Scene, which I think is cool as F, that I have the full band. For those that don't know, they're very, very, very famous in Canada. You know, I have Stick Figure, The Church. I got Pepper. I got Robert DeLong. He's my favorite DJ. You know, Citizen Cope, Protege. Yeah, I just
Wow.
yeah. And so these are, and I can never have enough. Like I'm always just like, oh, I want to go back out in the field. Who am I going to interview next? And like sitting down with people, like Collie Buds. Every time I sit down with him, it's just weird. It takes me back to my college days, and I'm like, am I really sitting down next to Collie Buds? I'd love him. He's the best. But yeah, like okay. So it's funny. There's weird fans of my boyfriend's band. My boyfriend is in a band called Hyrie, which is like a pop reggae band headed by a girl named Trish, but she is Hyrie. She's like Madonna. She's Hyrie, you know? But she is very, very popular in Hawaii and the like other islands. And Hyrie has climbed the ranks here too. And a few times I'm like side stage at my boyfriend's show, and Mike Tyson is here. And you know, I got to hang out and like meet Mike Tyson and like take a picture with Mike Tyson, you know, at my boyfriend's show. And or you know, Dante from Grandma's Boy, the dealer in the movie Grandma's Boy. He's a great friend now because he's just always at my boyfriend's shows, and Dante's amazing and he's super fun, and it's just surreal that I'm hanging out with Dante, you know, like stuff like that. But like I feel like I'm name dropping now. I'm not trying to brag. You just got me thinking, like it's just these surreal moments that I'm like, oh my God, I'm not that cool. Like, but just being in the industry and doing what we do in media as photojournalists or whatever you do on the crew side of things, you have these surreal moments. And I almost miss that more than shooting itself. I miss that more than, you know, being at a festival, even though that's amazing.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
it's like the movie Almost Famous. Like people are like, oh yeah, what do you do? I'm like, okay, so have you seen the movie Almost Famous? I'm the main character, but then I worked the way up to the main character's boss. But it's not Rolling Stone magazine. It's a very lower on the totem pole publication, not Rolling Stone. But you get the idea.
You've got me thinking about this now, of like all of the random little moments. The only one that's like coming to mind right now that is like cracking me up is there was this time that I was in the pit, and one of the girls that was also there, she was next to me, she elbows me and she's like, don't be obvious, but Ashton Kutcher is behind you.
While we're on the subject, Lance Bass of NSYNC has been to Kaboo every year, and I have not seen him, and you have, haven't you? Everybody's seen him.
So I have, but I have another Kaboo story. So
like it's never gonna happen. I'm the only one that cares about the NSYNC members, and it's never gonna happen.
Eventually, we'll have to hunt him down when we get back to Kaboo. But
challenge accepted.
Oh gosh, what's his name? There was this artist that I was in love with when I was like 12, 13, and he was dating Ashley Simpson at the time.
Oh my God. Is it Jesse something?
I thought it was Ryan.
Oh, maybe.
Hold on.
Okay.
I gotta look this up. So
I can't.
we may pause this part of
I
the
know
podcast.
Ashley Simpson.
Ryan Cabrera.
Oh my God. Yes, but I can't remember what he did.
So he had his own like albums. I think that he still actually does music, but
Stop.
people still like his music. I'm not trying to talk down Ryan
I know
Cabrera.
there was one song. There was like one main song. I think it was like 2001 or 2002.
On the Way Down.
On the way down. Yep.
I'm sorry. You should save me from myself. Whatever that is.
Why hasn't that been at Kaboo? Like, he needs to perform at Kaboo. That's like how Kaboo operates. They're going to find whatever band was on the radio with one song in 2001 and put them on a lineup.
Oh my gosh. If he plays at like any afternoon show, like Kaboo, I will be there. But he was there last year. And it was so funny because I was in the pit and I was running late and I was worried that I wasn't going to hit the 3 songs at a different stage. And I booked it. I was like running full force out of this crowd.
That one's a hard one. When it was at Del Mar, so it was supposed to move this year to Petco Park, downtown San Diego, and it was just going to be Kaboo, San Diego. But when it was at Del Mar for the last 5 years, we have had to book it. Like, the two main stages are like a mile apart.
Yeah. So, like, running full force with your photo gear, and, like, a lot of people do get out of your way, and, like, I don't expect people to get out of your way, but, like, I turned the corner and I ran smack into him. And I mean this seriously. I, like, collided with this man. And there was a second where I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And he was like, don't worry about it. I see that you're working. And then I took off. And I get like 5 minutes away from where I was. And I was like, holy shit, that was Ryan Cabrera. And I was in love with him when I was 12. And like,
you got to body slam him.
What happened?
You got to body slam your crush in public without ridicule or harassment charges. So there you go.
That's my love language. Body slamming people.
Body slam. Oh my God. I have body slammed a celebrity by accident. It was Rob Schneider. It was a gym. It had nothing to do with a festival. I was just trying to go to ab class and wasn't paying attention. It turned out Adam Sandler and his crew took over my gym to play basketball, but that's a whole other story.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I just walked straight into Rob Schneider. And he's like, oh, hi. I'm like, hi. I've never body slammed a celebrity at a festival. I have yet to do that. So you gave me something to aspire to.
Yeah, next year, festivals, goals. Are we going to have festivals next year?
That's a great question. I saw, I'm just waiting for Coachella to say that they're going to be in October. Because I've seen festivals through the end of May cancel. And I always go to Cali Roots. California Roots is in Monterey over Memorial Day weekend every year. It is in its 11th year. Should have been the 12th, but 11th this year. And that weekend is also Bottle Rock in Napa Valley in Northern California, which is a mainstream fest like Bruno Mars or whatever headlines it. And it's also Lightning in a Bottle. But I think that changed to a different weekend for some reason. Anyways, Bottle Rock has officially announced they're moving to October or September. So I'm just like, okay, well, they're Memorial Day weekend, so it's looking like June. I feel like it's going to be June at the very earliest, and it's going to be like with a COVID vaccination or something.
Say like I'm unable to get the vaccine due to like vaccine delays, and then places are like requiring it, and then I miss out. I don't know what's gonna happen.
I feel like every day I hear about 10 more people I directly know getting the vaccine, but maybe I know a lot of healthcare workers. But like I hear that they're like rolling out like 10,000 a day out of Petco Park just like right now, and they're about to open it up to people here in San Diego. So I don't know. I know that I've been hearing a lot of socially distant festivals. There's like one called Moon Crush coming to Florida in May, where you have like a designated pod, and everybody has to be socially
Wow.
distant and masked, and like, or drive-in festivals. There's a lot of there's a drive-in rave going on from now to the end of February from Insomniac here in Southern California, where it's like 1 hour you get a rave through this course. It's like 7 stages, 7 like worlds of Insomniac, of all the different festivals they do combined into 1 hour. And you just rave in your car as you drive along, like, so there's still options. But when it comes to like partying, like how New Zealand's partying right now, I don't see it happening
I
before
wish.
June. Oh my God.
Oh, man.
I had to interview a member of Catch a Fire, who is a reggae band in New Zealand. And not only is it like total festival season, they just got off a summer tour and they're all masked up, but it's summer over there too. I'm like, okay, there's no COVID, there's festivals, you're touring, you don't have to wear a mask, everybody's moshing together, and you added summer. And then he's like, oh, well, we just lost the weed legalization though. And I'm like, well, you can't have everything, New Zealand.
Oh, yeah. I've watched people in New Zealand like party it up, and I am so jealous. And then on the side of it, I've seen people in Florida still going hard, and their numbers are getting worse and worse. And I'm like, y'all are trying to be New Zealand.
They're
but
isolated on an
not.
island. I wish Florida was an island. They kind
That
of
would be
are
cool.
an island, but they're not. So I don't know, America. If we all play ball, this will go away. That's all I have to say to that.
Exactly. I'm trying to think of other questions I want to ask you, because really I just wanted to hang out with you. But let me think about other.
I don't know. Have we even talked about quality topics yet? I don't know. I feel
don't
like I'm
know.
just blabbering about Rob Schneider and
And singing
and not
Camaro.
finding Lance Bass.
Okay, if we go to Kaboo next year,
If
this year,
we're there.
we'll find Lance Bass.
Okay.
I will give you at least an hour of my time so we can go hunt him down.
Can we also go on the hot balloon ride? Hot air
There's
balloon.
a hot balloon ride?
You haven't seen the hot air balloon? Yeah, no, I've done it
No?
a couple times. You get a free drink too. It's by Hendrix Chin.
If you guys haven't gone to Kaboo,
Go to Kaboo.
you should definitely go. It's actually a very well put together festival.
It's a classy joint.
It is. It's really fun.
It is moving, and hopefully it survives this quarantine. I don't know, this crazy year of like what festivals are still gonna, take place. Hopefully this one doesn't get the axe.
Let's talk about future, Kristy. Like, what do you want to accomplish in the future for music photography, this industry?
Well, like I said, just got all upgraded gear, so I can play around with cameras and see how I actually shoot.
What are you shooting with now? What do you have? What did you upgrade to?
Everybody listening is like, upgrade once I say this. So I don't have a full frame camera still. I still need to do that upgrade. I have a T7i and my old T3i, but I have those like camera strap things, so I can have two cameras. The leather straps that everybody cool has at festivals and stuff. I can have two cameras now. Yeah. So I got that, and I got all new lenses. So I had a very janky 70 to 200 millimeter zoom lens. I shoot Canon, so it was a Canon one. I got it off Craigslist.
I
5
love
years
getting
ago.
lenses off of Craigslist.
No, I think it was broken by like the time he sold it to
bummer.
me, because it's like, how can you prove that? He's like, oh yeah, I never dropped it or anything. It worked for a little bit, and then it started getting real janky where like couldn't even zoom out. And it would get jammed, and like it like whirred. Like the minute that I turn it on, it like whirs, and it's kind of, you could feel it falling apart. So that was what I mainly shot with at festivals, because I only had one camera with me because I didn't have my cool straps, and I had that zoom lens was the lens of choice. So I got a 100 to 300 millimeter for that soundboard. Ooh, extra 100 millimeters. Oh no, 70 to 300. It's a 70 to 300 instead of 200. So the soundboard shows, like a lot of places in San Diego make you shoot from the soundboard. It just really depends on the artist, but like I had Smashing Pumpkins or Lana Del Rey or like AFI, and they're all like soundboard, Death Cab for Cutie, like all these prime shows, and then I have a 200 millimeter that just doesn't do anything. You could get the whole stage in there, but like when it comes to like details, and my lens was already broken, I was just like, oh god damn it. So new zoom lens. And then I got a fisheye, so a 10-22 for fun video. Actually got that last year, but you can't really shoot with it. And then I got a 20-70 millimeter.
Nice.
Yeah, it's my new baby. It's a Tamron, actually. It's a knockoff, but like 24-70. I haven't even used it yet, but I hear that's what people do for stage shooting, because usually I'm photo pitch shooting, right, or soundboard shooting, and everybody's like, "Oh, you want to go on stage?" I'm like, I cannot shoot on stage. Thank you so kindly for considering me to be on stage while these people perform, but I can't physically shoot with a zoom lens on stage. So now I have a nifty 24-70 and can do that stage shooting. I'm very excited.
Nice. Yeah, that's all great. I love that you're still on a crop sensor, because I mean this seriously, because so many people that I hear, they're like, oh, I want to get into music photography, I have to buy a full frame. And it's like the first thing that they do,
$2,500 later.
Yeah, and they don't learn how to, I guess, use the camera before they upgrade.
Like, play with lighting, or, all the things. Framing is a huge thing.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, you can have the best equipment, you can know how to edit. Yeah, if you can't frame a shot, it's going to look like crap.
100%. And there's so much you can learn with a crop sensor before you blow all of that money. And it just, like, it surprises me that, like, a lot of people are like, no, you have to have a full frame if you get into music photography. I'm like, that's not true. That's aggressively not true.
Literally any DSLR will work for you. If you can change its lenses, it's all about the lenses. The camera body can do what you need it to do. Now, I do want it to look the greatest it possibly can be, but I'm glad that I didn't, have the ability to buy, and it would be a waste of money. Just like you were saying, it would be a waste of money if 10 years ago I bought the most expensive camera, top of the line. First of all, it'd be old to today's standards, have to get another one. Second of all, I wouldn't know how to do anything with it. Like, I didn't have the time to learn photography. I literally learned it as I went in the field. And like that learning curve, I don't mind being a poor, starving photo video person in the industry. Like, I've never had anything bought for me. Like, I've had to just, round up the money myself. Max out some credit cards, the Best Buy card. And if you don't pay that off, it'll get you an interest. So it's like a lot of lessons learned there. And I've slowly upgraded my gear. And now I'm looking at video. Like, I want to get like a Red video camera. Wow. I want a stabilizer, a gimbal, actually. And that's going to be another like $10,000. So it's like, do I get a full frame, or should I just pivot to video? Because I want to start making music videos, like really, really bad. And I can with the DSLR. I have made a few videos over the last year, but it was editing footage of people's like, compiled footage of everyone quarantined. And I do editing for like commercials. I do editing for like retail outlet companies, just people that want to like outsource editing video projects. I've been doing that for the last couple of years, and and then we have the web series for Top Shelf Music. Alexia has hers and she edits hers, but I do Top Shelf Music News, if you guys want to laugh. That is on our YouTube page. It comes out monthly, and it is a cross between MTV News, where I actually report, this is actually happening in the music industry with these musicians, mixed with Saturday Night Live's Weekend Update. So it's a piece of shit. Like, it is not to be taken anywhere close to seriously. It is the most jack-off show you could possibly watch with music news in it. And I hope that you seek out our YouTube and, check out our latest episode. Our last episode had Collie Buds on it, trying to do a Christmas album. So there's that.
So everyone needs to go watch it.
I had Julian Marley as a guest at one point, and I took a hit of weed and pretended I passed out on a mid-interview, and he just had to do his own interview. It's amazing.
I photographed him. It was like one of the last shows
Oh, really?
I did before COVID.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is fun.
Julian
What was your last show before COVID? Don't say Tame Impala. There was like 2 Tame Impala shows.
No, so I know that there were 2, and I don't necessarily know the timeline of them. I know that like things started to slow down, and I went to a local show one night, and I was like, oh, like, should we be not going to shows? And then the next day, my boyfriend's band also had a show, so we went to that, and I photographed that. What was yours?
This is going to piss people off. I was lucky. I did not realize the like breadth of COVID and how it was taking over all of civilization. Like, I flew the week of lockdown, and I covered 3/11 day with 3/11 on March 11th in Vegas, and it was insane.
That sounds fun.
It was insane. They went through with it. So it's like, I think the whole world shut down March 15th, right?
Yeah.
So it was March 11th, 3/11.
Yeah.
And 3/11 decided to, because I don't know if you're aware, but 3/11 has such a crazy following that for years, they usually take a week in New Orleans and just jam for at least 3 to 4 days, with 3/11, March 11th being like the main 3/11 day. And it's just this week party. It's a week-long party. And it got to the point where New Orleans declared it a national holiday. So it was my boyfriend's birthday on 3/11. He loves 3/11. So I'm like, I'm just going to surprise you with these cheap airline tickets, because this thing called COVID is hitting, and like flight to Vegas from San Diego is $20 round trip. Let's go, you know? So I just pulled it out of my hat in between work shifts, and we just went to Vegas for 24 hours. It was 3/11 on 3/11 day. And I'm like, you know what? If that was the last concert on earth, that was the last one I saw, I'll be okay with that.
That's really cool. I photographed, I think it was like Flogging Molly, like shortly before all of COVID as well. And there was something about like the publication that I work with was like, do you want to wait until St. Patrick's Day? And I'm glad I didn't, because St. Patrick's Day, I think, was like a week after.
No, it was 2 days. It was 2 days after the.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know all of Southern California, at least San Diego, was done March 15th.
Yeah. But it was like crazy, because they had to make a like public statement saying, like, look, we're going to shut this down. We're not going to do it. And people thought that was too far.
Their diehard fans must have went ballistic for St. Patrick's Day. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, so like that was kind of a weird thing, because they do a huge show every year, and I'm trying to think of who else is with them.
Like Dropkick Murphys or something?
Yes. Maybe I'm getting them confused. I think I should go Dropkick Murphys. But it was something like they were together or something like that.
Insert Irish rock band here.
Sorry, if anyone's a huge Irish rock band fan, I apologize greatly. I think it was Dropkick Murphys. This is seriously what I love doing for the music industry, is just having people be excited about what they do and then talk about it. Because like I always like remember being in the pit with people that were like kind of grumpy and like not excited to be there, and like just like having someone to kind of like vibe with and know that they're also excited, and then like hear people that I talk to continuously excited and like want to get back to music and in the pit, it just makes me so happy.
I mean, like the photo pit, there's so much. We've mentioned so many things about being what you have to be conscious about in the photo pit, like people in the front row. You have to be conscious of other photographers. You have to be conscious of the performers, and are we staying out of their line of sight? Are we being too intrusive? But it's not just that. It's like you have to also have confidence, because it's intimidating, the people in the front row with their comments. It's intimidating being around other photographers, especially if they have like this aura of like, I am super professional and I am the top photographer here and I have the coolest gear, and they like gear shame you, or maybe they're just like standoffish and you get this like vibe like, oh, you don't want to be my friend? Am I not cool? Okay. And so it plays with you like subconsciously while you're in the photo pit, all these like different dynamics of, okay, I'm going to stay out of your way, but we can vibe. Are we vibing? Am I annoying you? I don't know. Like, am I, I just like to dance and just do my own vibe. And if people come to me, then I'm like, okay, let's have fun together. And if they stay away from me, they're like, okay, that guy doesn't like to have fun. He is here business only. Got it. And I just remember that, and I stay out of that guy's way.
Yeah.
He always has a ladder, too, like a step ladder.
They're always wearing that tan vest. I saw this great meme that was like, dress for the job that you want, and it just showed that tan vest, that like tan photo vest, and I was just cracking up. I was like, yes, because they like, it's bucket like this hat. Weird stereotype that they have that. A bucket hat. Like a, they have so we're two describing, straps.
I think he's a Kaboo photographer too. We're describing somebody that actually is super, super nice, and I forget his name off the top of my head. But like the first thing I thought of was the bucket hat and the vest. And you can't stereotype everybody wearing the bucket hat vest, guys. Like, in this day and age, stereotypes.
It's just a weird stereotype.
Yeah, exactly. There are exceptions to the rule.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, no.
At Kaboo.
I love it.
But no, I do get intimidated a lot, especially day one, where it's like we're just vibing. We have to figure out the security vibes because that's always different. Ooh, oh my gosh. Sometimes it's like the best security ever, and they're just anything goes. And like we have as much respect for them as they do for us, and it's cool. And but other times they're like super time Nazis, like fun Nazis, like, oh my gosh, you can't do shit. Phone Nazis. Oh, I'm the worst. I always pull my phone out in the photo pit. How people gonna know that I'm living life if it's not on my IG story? That's what I want to know. And for some reason, security has a problem with that sometimes.
Yeah, it's always kind of interesting because there are a lot of rules that I should say rules loosely, but like rules, air quotes. I'm doing air quotes right now.
There's rules that break the rules.
That like people get really intense about that. Like if you're not impacting someone, I just don't see a problem with it. And one of them is like your cell phone. Like I'll definitely back out or like back
I'll go
away.
from a corner or something.
Exactly.
I'm not
and
in
then
anybody's
take
way.
a quick video, and like everyone's like, no, you can't do that. And I'm like, okay, so like tried not to do that more, but I'm like, I'm not hurting anyone. Like, I don't know why.
If I'm not gonna put this coverage, I'm not whipping out my phone to cover the artist with phone video, with phone photos. Like I have my photo camera, and I'm also, getting out of the people in the front row's way or the security or other shooters.
But then there's always, like, it seems like there's always someone there that is covering it with their phone. And that's, like, how they got their media pass. And then I'm like, why can't I have my phone out if this person has their phone out? And that's always confusing to me because I'm like, meh, okay, like, but I don't know. I'm just, there are a lot of things I try and be aware of.
Yeah, and there's rules that we have to follow with waivers, and we want our passes for next year, and we want to continue, going for all 3 days of the festival. You don't want to get your pass yanked the first few hours because of the phone. But, you're also supposed to wear black in the photo pit, and I never do. And so, I don't know. It's just, if you're not hurting anybody, I think just making the pit an experience and a pleasant one for others and for fans too. I vibe with them. I take pictures with them. I dance and I sing and or I give stickers out. They don't mind so much if you do that. If it's the people that you're very rigid in the photo pit. You don't interact with the people standing at the fence. The front rowers. You don't. You try to boss your way around the other photographers. We're not going to like you, man. You don't have to have that vibe. We're all family here. And some people just, maybe that's their personalities, but I think that the photo pit is a sacred place and we can all get along and have the best time ever. So that's what I'm about.
There's so many random rules, like what you just said about if you sign a waiver saying you won't do certain things or certain rules are presented, and it's yes, definitely follow those, but there's always a handful of people I shouldn't say always. There's sometimes a handful of people that want to like boss around other people in the photo pit. And anyone listening, just don't be that person. Like, you do you and like let other people do their thing, because if they're going to get in trouble for something, like they're going to get in trouble for it. Like, don't necessarily make it your business. And that's what kind of like annoys me sometimes about the photo pit, is when you get someone that's like all up in other people's business, trying to bring them down, or be like mad that someone's singing and dancing, mad that someone's not wearing all black, mad that someone whipped out their phone for a selfie. Like, that
You're just describing me, girl.
No,
so if you see Kristy, don't be mad at her, okay, guys?
Don't be mad at Kristy. But like, I've had people be like, you stop that for something that I've done that wasn't against the rules, and I'm like, stop what? I'm not doing it.
It's hard because like we have a super cool job, and sometimes our super cool job and our super cool industry makes people have super cool heads, you know? And they just try to be the superest and the coolest. Yeah. So it's like, I get it. It's like a very ego industry, and like it's very competitive too. You know, it doesn't have to be. We're all different publications. It's not like we're all trying out for one part, like in an acting career, you know, like we all get the job done. We're all interacting together. We all made the cut. We're already here, you know?
Yeah.
We passed the audition. We are here now, you know, in the photo pit. It is happening, and we can just coexist.
Okay, I got one last question for you. What is the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Ooh, God, that makes me feel like I need to listen more. I would have to say Sean McCracken teaching me how to set my camera correctly after like a million years of shooting. That was probably the best piece of advice. He's like, oh yeah, you know, the aperture, you know, turn it on, turn it down. And then the shutter speed, your shutter speed's way too low, you know, you just set it to 2500 if the sun's out. I'm like, oh, well, that was a great bit of advice. Thank you. But I mean, like, everybody's so positive. When it comes to the artists that I've talked to, all of them are always so positive and uplifting messages, you know? So it's like, everybody's like, follow your dream, don't give up, all the things. I believe in that too. I do. But I don't think it's like the greatest bit of advice. I definitely have followed by example when I've seen photographers talk to security correctly, talk to festival promoters correctly, talk to the person that's in charge of like giving out the lanyards or the little stickers to get inside the photo pit. You talk to her correctly. I've seen how that can happen, because if you talk to her incorrectly, you're not getting your little satin. I don't know. I mean, so many people have looked out for me over the years. I'm like, I remember like Gia saying, you should get some sleep tonight. You know, like, yeah, maybe the after party isn't for you. I'm like, yeah, you're right. You know,
I love that.
There's people that are like, oh, maybe you should buy the parking pass ahead of time. And, you know, like, I don't know.
Or buy the parking pass in general. I've done so many festivals where I didn't get a parking pass and I didn't buy one, and it's like, oh, girl, you're walking for an hour and a half after the festival.
Oh yeah. So it's just, I don't know, just tricks of the trade. It has a learning curve. Like, I definitely, the first festival I went to when like the drinks were free, I blacked out. I was 21. Iration was headlining, and I vomited in the parking lot.
Oh.
But you learn. You know, like you learn. That was like, I was like, this is free. This booze, this free tequila, premium tequila for free forever. Yeah, that can end poorly. And I don't really drink while I shoot. Actually, that's something fun that I learned. I only like, you know, maybe do a shot of tequila once a day. And it's usually when like my energy dips and I just need a little bump. Oh, get a full breakfast before you go to the festival.
Yeah.
Load up, dude. I'm like talking carbo load if you need to, because you're going to be there from the gate opening as a photographer to 3 songs into the headliner if you don't want to stay for the show. You know, like, and that is 12 hours at least. It's like, it's a long time.
Yeah. That's a great bit of advice. Eat and bring a water bottle.
Water bottle. Sunblock.
Sunblock for sure.
Oh, invest in comfy shoes. I always like bought the most cheap, Chuck kind of knockoff, whatever. But yeah, now I wear like premium Nikes, festival shoes, and vest. I sound like such a grandma. Eat, guys, sunblock, get some rest. Don't stay up all night. Don't party. No drugs. Don't do drugs.
I wore Doc Martens once for...
Oh, no. Might as well wear those like gel, what are those jellies?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, it literally ripped off my heel.
Oh, God.
I have like a video of it because like the people at, like, I had to skip a set to go to the medical tent. And then people at the medical tent were like, oh my goodness, like, how are you still walking? And I was like, just like fold the skin back on it.
No.
Like,
no.
Maybe I'll bleep that out so no one has to hear what I just said. But it was rough.
Skin
and
fold.
It was very funny.
Brought to you by Boston.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I don't know. We should probably wrap this up because we've been talking for an hour.
I'm gonna write down to listen more. Now I'll have more advice for you next time.
Okay.
I'll tell people, Top Shelf Music followers, to like just, hey, can you email me? Can you blast some advice so I have it for next time?
Wonderful. And I'll interview you again in a year.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's got to be a tradition.
I'll tell you all my learnings.
Catch up with you. What did you learn so far? And what
have you learned? What have we learned?
Oh my God. Okay, well, if you guys have listened all the way through this, I love you. This was so much fun to sit down with you, Kristy, and talk about what's going on and just vibes and festivals. I love talking festivals. But really quickly, can you give a shout out for where everyone can find you on social media and all that jazz?
Absolutely. Well, let me say first, I love you too. And second of all, I have two kind of things going on. I got my brand, Top Shelf Music. You can find us at topshelfmusicmag.com. We are posting daily. You can find us on YouTube, Top Shelf Music Mag. We are uploading music videos. We got web series, like I said, bi-monthly or monthly. It's a bunch of good stuff. We got artist interviews there. We just launched a shop, topshelfmusicmag.com/shop. You can get all the goodies, and we're going to launch some new designs throughout the year. When it comes to socials, everything is Top Shelf Music Mag. Instagram at Top Shelf Music Mag. We got TikTok. We got our Spotify channel, Top Shelf Music. You can everything. Top Shelf Music Mag, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Tweet us what you're listening to. I'm sure Alexia Johnson, my social media coordinator, would love that. And when it comes to me, I have my personal stuff. I'm Kristy Rose. You can find me on Facebook, but I don't really check that. But I don't really tweet either. So really it's Instagram. Find me on Instagram. And it's a very obnoxious handle, __, Kristy, Kristy, Rose, like the flower, _. There's a lot of Kristy Roses out there. I did the best I could. I would have my own website. I would have my own YouTube and all the things, but you know what? I like literally my whole life is Top Shelf Music, so I just count that as my actual channels. It would be nice to have more friends on Instagram, though. So,
okay, everyone, go follow Kristy on Instagram. The links to everything that she said will be in the description of the podcast if you're listening. Like on Spotify, it's linked there and all of that. So. Oh my gosh, this has been so much fun. And I'm so happy that this was like my first podcast of 2021. So just thriving and hopefully.
Well, hopefully everybody listened to it. And, a fun drinking game would be like to take a shot every time I go, woohoo! You'd be hammered.
Take a shot every time we got off topic.
Take a shot and then take a shot with your camera and then... and then have a photo journey.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I love it. Well, thank you so much, Kristy.
I
love you so much and cannot wait to see you in the pit.